to have with us tonight. Coming in all the way from part-time Arizona and full-time Utah, but we do have from NCSA, Paul Putnam. So we'll turn it over to Paul, and he'll share with you some of the information for you folks. Thank you, sir.
Aloha. All right. This is building your team. Why do you think I have parents there? When you're going to build your team in order to play college sports, you need to build yourself around people that can help you. Why do you think parents are the first people I put up there? Parents, is it cheap to play sports? Huh? It's not. It's not. Being on the islands, is it cheap to play sports if you want to get exposure? No, it's not. So you want to have a support system, and I'm joking about the money to a point. And the point is this. If you guys got to have a fundraiser and sell 100 pizzas, guess what? Mom and Dad's going to buy 95 of them. Am I right? That's who you're going to. You're not going to go to your neighbors and try to go out and sell this stuff like we want you to do. You're just going to have Mom and Dad purchase the 100 pizzas so that you can get your marks and everything else, right? Who's going to get you up at 4 o'clock in the morning to get you to a swim meet? Who's going to get you that boat on top? Your dad is. Why would your dad do that for you?
He can drive.
Because he could drive. Well, what if you could drive? Do you think he would still get up in the morning and take you? Yeah, why do you think he would do that? Huh? He can help you get motivated. Let me help you. There's an L and an E, and between those two letters is the two other letters. What do you think?
He loves you, that's why.
What's that?
Because he loves you.
He loves you, right? But dads, you have love goggles on, right? So yes, your parents are a great source because they love you. They want you to succeed. They want you to do the dreams that you want to have. So they're going to do everything they can. But parents with those love goggles, they can also be, you got to be careful. How many of you athletes out there who ran the 40? I can give you a tip today. One tip today, and tomorrow you can run 2/10 faster in your 40. Who's interested? I can have you swim 2/10 faster in your backstroke. Who's interested in that? Yeah? Here's the secret. All you have to do is have your dads time you. If you want to be 3 inches taller, have your mom measure you. Right? And parents, it's not our fault. We just see kids in a different light, and we want the best for them, and we know that that's a matter of statistics. Some parents might kind of, we round up or round down, however it's going to best affect us, whatever's out there. So, let's talk about somebody else on that list, and that's your high school coach. They're there to help you. There is not a coach in high school that I've ever met that would not go out of their way to help their kids get to the next level. There's no such a thing as a coach holding back your letters and holding back your opportunities and holding back this or holding back that. You guys want to help these kids get to the next level? Of course you do, right? But they are not the person that's going to market your son or daughter to the coaches. Watch this. Now, no disrespect. Both coaches are here for football. How many of these college coaches do you personally know? There's 960 programs from junior college to D1. Do you know every single one of the coaching staffs that are out there? And do you happen to know all the positions they're recruiting for this year? But all these parents think you know that. You're magic. You know all this information. So you're going to get this, oh, my coach pulls these coaches. These coaches don't come to the high school because of your coaches. Your coaches don't bring the college coaches in. Now, there's a few out there that can. Yes, they're pretty well connected. But I will not make a 6-hour plane ride to come over here unless there's an athlete worthwhile for me to come evaluate. So your coach, we could be the best friends, but if there's nobody here for me to come see, why? Do you think the school's going to give me that budget to come over here and see that nobody's here? Oh, pull the kids out of the classroom. Let's see if there's somebody magically appears. No. We identify these athletes way on. We know by watching video today. Y'all know that the good news about technology today is kids can do their own videos. You know what the bad news about technology is? Kids can do their own videos. Stop it, okay? Don't send your video to a coach unless your coach has looked at it. Okay? Just because you made an acrobatic catch in the end zone doesn't mean that's the play you should put first on your video. Because when the coach looks at it, he found out you ran a horrible route. Put your quarterback in trouble, he threw a Hail Mary because he trusted you to go catch the ball. I got a dime a dozen kids that can catch that ball. What I need is a kid that can run a route. And we're going to see that on video. So guys, technology. Hey, how many of you parents used to have dial-up phones? Nobody in here. I used to have dial-up phones. Then we went to push-button phones. Now we're at cellular. I asked my son one day what a CD is. He said, or have you ever heard of a record? You know, a record player. You know what a record is? He goes, yeah, it's one of those great big CDs. We've moved on, we've evolved. Why are you recruiting the same way it was when you were in high school with digital, with 35 millimeter film? It's all fast technology. Do you think college coaches have not evolved to the new world of recruiting? It's all digital, man. If you're not online, you may as well get in line. So why does it matter? Your coach isn't going to get you recruited by marketing you to the schools. Here's what's going to happen. So you're running track, right? Natalie, I've looked at your times and I've looked at everything about you. By the way, track and field and swimming, I don't need video to get you in front of a coach. I need times. I need this, I need marks. That's what's going to get you in front. I can get you in front of a coach tomorrow with the right verified time. But Natalie, I really like you. We went online, we've looked at your video, we've watched you run, we know your times, we know everything about you as an athlete. We've also looked at your transcripts, so we know how smart you are. We have all that information. Now it's time for me to go talk to Natalie's coach. Because I have to get some information from Natalie about Natalie, coach. And what I need to know that I can't see on video, coach, is does Natalie show up to practice on time? Does she get along with other kids? How coachable is she? What kind of a person am I getting? And you're saying Natalie's awesome. Saddest day of my life, Natalie, is he's saying I'm not going to be able to coach her anymore. I think, coach, you're going to be fine. You should take her. I will not take an athlete unless I talk to a coach first. And I'm going to find out the information I can't see on video. I need to find out what kind of character, what kind of person you are, right? So, coach, you tell me, hey, she's great. I'm ready to take her, right? Good deal. Natalie, we're going to make you. Oh, one more question. What's Natalie's dad like? I don't know why I pick on the biggest, baddest dudes in the crowd, but I'm getting the eye. But it comes down to this. He basically says, well, the happiest day of my life is not dealing with dad anymore. Great, Natalie, love you. I would love to bring you on, but I'm not going to recruit you because of dad. Now, dad, no disrespect to you, because I know that's not you. But the point I'm trying to make to parents, college coaches will stop recruiting kids because of the parents. But the other thing to you parents is that your athletes are also overwhelmed. Because the average athlete, we find out when we do a lot of surveys with them, is that the average athlete has 3 head coaches. They got their coach on the field, they got their coach in the pool, they got the coach on the track, on the courts. They got those coaches, right? And then they sit in the car on the way home listening to their other head coaches. Okay, and then they go upstairs and they start dialing all their other head coaches. And they're a little bit overwhelmed. And what we found from the athletes is that what is the one thing that your parent can say to you to help magnify your joy of playing your sport? And it really came down to one simple thing, and that was they love to hear a parent say, Natalie, I love to watch you run. I love to watch you swim. I love to watch you play water polo. I love to watch you play volleyball. I love to watch you play football. I love to watch you play. So your high school coach is not the person to get you marketed and recruited. You're responsible for that, athletes. Parents are second in line. And then we get into the next thing about guidance counselors, which we'll get into in just a minute. In my days, it was a 2.0 and a high school diploma. Not anymore. The NCAA moved into making sure athletes going to college are going to be academically clear and qualified. So you have to register with the NCAA. They're going to track your information through the NCAA Eligibility Center. And here's what has to happen. You have to have 16 core credits by the time you graduate. This is math, English, science, and history. It is not basket weaving, and it's not photography. So you've got to have 16 core courses. They're all right here, but this is really important. 10 of those 16 courses must be met by 7th semester. If there are 8 semesters in high school, when is the 7th semester?
First semester.
Beginning of your senior year, which is why I wanted to get you freshmen here. Okay, because it's really important you understand the academic requirements. You got to have 10. Every high school has a core list of classes they send to the NCAA every year. There's a counselor at this school and a counselor at your school. And every one of them are responsible for your high school. So when you register eligibility-wise, they look at your high school. They go to that high school's transcripts, it's all online for them, and they look at the core classes to your transcripts and make sure they match. If they don't match, you're missing core, you may not be eligible. A recruiting culture. What's a dead period, a quiet period, a no contact period, an evaluation period? What are the timelines involved? When am I allowed to start talking to you? How do these kids get offered early if the earliest timeline for Division I sports isn't until June 1st of your September 1st of your junior year? Because you can contact coaches. You can get your information out there. The only sport, softball, they've cut it out. You can't have any contact until your junior year for softball, right? But these other sports, you can get your information out there as early as you can to these coaches, okay? But there's timelines. Except June 15th after your sophomore year. That's when D2s start opening up. Okay, but think about this. Discovery is freshman and sophomore year. Evaluation is junior. That's when we find out. Did you know football will make over 200 offers on average? They're only allowed to sign 25 athletes. So they identify 10,000 athletes freshman year. They whittle it down. At the end of sophomore year, they have offers out by the middle of the junior year to 200 athletes. They spend their junior year till December of their senior year narrowing down who's going to be getting their letters. Are you going to start writing letters to somebody you're not interested in? Well, neither is the coach. Swimming and track is a later recruiting process. We may know who you are early on, but we're going to wait till probably your senior year before we start throwing offers out. A lot of these other sports, they're going to start getting them out there a lot sooner.